What's up, UA fam? Ashley here. And if you love this podcast and you actually find yourself re-listening to episodes and wanting more of Taran and I, guess what? You should subscribe to our Supercast where we give you bonus content every single week. But not just basic episodes, we do interactive episodes like personalized AMAs where you can specifically ask Taran how her dating life is going, and you can specifically ask me how it's been living with my boyfriend this past few months. We do solo episodes and even scary episodes because we know how much you guys love those scary stories. And our Supercast community has been growing exponentially, so don't miss out. Subscribe to Supercast now and join the fun.
Hello,
UA
fam. You have one hair that's sprouting out, and it looks like your bun looks like a pear.
Is it
Wait,
this?
hold still. You're gonna hate this video. Your face. Hold still.
I'm trying.
My Zoom. Look at your face.
Wow, I'm so shiny. I hate it.
I told you.
It's that.
You know how like you know your friend and you're like,
South Korea skincare.
the skincare is popping. Hi, everybody.
Hi, this is Unsolicited Advice. I'm Ashley.
I'm Taran.
Welcome back. We missed you guys.
We did miss you.
We're just coming back from an updates episode where I'm not kidding. Taran and I was angry.
I
was sweating. We were sitting at the edge of our seats. I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. If you guys haven't listened to it, please listen to it. We want to do more of them. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I definitely feel like I was updated, but I was also in the midst. I feel like those updates were like almost in the middle of what's to come.
Yeah, there were some where I was like, yes, that was perfect. Love that. Happy ending. Perfect. And then there were others where I was just like, what do you mean? That's what you're still here? Like, I'm confused. It was like a roller coaster. There was like highs, lows. I laughed. I cried.
Yeah.
Wanted to punch a wall. Very emotional episode.
It was an emotional roller coaster. And now we're back to
a regularly
just talk about two situations.
Regularly scheduled content.
I'm traveled. I went to visit the Mans for a couple days and I'm back. But I flew this morning, and even though it's like a short flight, I'm airplane fog brain.
I've always been blown away by people that have to like fly to San Fran from LA for like a work thing and fly back same day. Like, I know some friends who do that. And I'm always like, flights exhaust me.
Even, dude, it's like my flight was like an hour and 8 minutes. So it's like so short.
Which is in a lot of ways like cheaper than some people commute to work.
Okay, but also, yeah, not cheaper.
Sorry.
The
shorter.
time.
Yes.
Because the way like I'm literally going to look up how long it's going to take me to get home. And I will bet you
same time.
Anything, it will be longer than an hour, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Hour, 20 minutes.
Yep.
So that's wild.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's just the airport, being around so many people. It's just exhausting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little bit like, I have like the travel twitch right now.
Yeah.
But it was such a fun trip. And I just like, I just love spending time with him. I hate long distance, as is very well known.
We know.
But it's
We're
crazy
aware.
because something happens that I'm very aware of, but it hasn't been an issue actually like at all. But because I will not see him for like a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. And then I have like a full like 24 to 48 hours with him. The way I koala him and I'm just
sure.
What are you doing? Where are you going? Like,
Can I come with you?
like he needs to go to the bathroom.
He's
I'm like, can
I'm
I
going
come?
pee.
Yeah, literally. And it's so funny because I'm like, oh, I don't want to overwhelm him because like in reality, if I got to see him all the time, I'd just be like on the couch playing my game while he like does whatever. But like when you only see them for a short period of time, you're just like, I want to soak up like every second.
There's a girl I followed on TikTok a while ago, and now I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're still together because I haven't seen her content in a while. But she was in a very committed, very long-term relationship, or
long distance
relationship. And she saw him like once a month, and she would like her content like led up to seeing him, and it would be like here's me in my 2-week slump post seeing him. And then here's me in my 2-week like prep to seeing him. And it was like slump would be like sweatpants. She'd be snacking, watching movies, sad, like just like in her like blah era. And then the 2 weeks prep, she was like Pilates, facials, getting waxed, night before, like self-tanning, like washing her hair, face masks, and doing all this stuff. And it was so funny because she would just talk about how like it's like beginning to like her schedule is beginning to revolve around seeing
it'll
him.
be interesting when they're not long distance and she's like, oh crap, like,
and I'm not saying that he hadn't seen this, but like, you know, how it changes from like, oh well, if you're seeing her once a month and you're seeing her hair perfect, her like, you know, skin perfect, she's super fit, she's not bloated because she's been watching what she ate for the last 2 weeks, to like, okay, well now you're living with your partner and you're seeing like everything, you know, like but it was just fascinating because I would too. I literally would too. And I don't blame her for that. It's like, it was just like fascinating watching her life like completely circle around seeing him and not seeing him.
And there is like the excitement of going to see him. Like it feels like Christmas. Like
it feels like crack.
You're just like when I finally like got to like grab his face and like kiss him, I was just like, it's like the like movie like where they finally like see each other.
Yeah.
And then him dropping me off this morning and it like me just like silently dragging my suitcase like and looking back and just being like like it's just like it's a lot of up and down emotions and I just cannot wait for him to finally be like near again.
Yeah.
But that's my update. I went on a little trip.
Well, I don't really have any updates, but the craziest thing happened to my mom today that I thought was just wild. So I'm going to tell you.
I was going to say when you were telling me earlier that you need to say it in the pod because it's wild.
It's so funny. She texted me today and my mom and I just came back from a trip and she's been like kind of texting me just being like, oh, I miss you. Like it was so fun spending every day together. And I'm like, yeah, me too. Me too. She was like, well, never a dull moment. And I'm like, what? She was like, the craziest thing just happened. I'm like, oh my God, tell me everything. She was like, so I'm at
this is our tearing it up for the day because this is
actually
the wildest thing. Yeah. Go ahead.
Today's Turn It Up, starring my mom. She was at the dealership. She was getting her car checked up, nothing crazy. They pull her car out and she's like, they're like, hey, like, here's everything we did. Like, just need you to like sign here and pay for it. So she's doing that. She thanks the guy. She turns around, starts walking towards the car and stops. And she's confused at what she's seeing because there is a person sitting in her car that is not a worker. And this woman then turns on the car. My mom's jaw literally falls to the floor. And then this woman drives away with the car. I guess she was sitting there stunned, like didn't really know what to do, and then says something and all of the dealership workers start freaking out because literally
like sprinting after the
wrong
car.
Customer just drove off the lot in the wrong car.
So crazy. So crazy.
And she was like, she didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. There was like, no, this had never happened before. Like she ended up talking to someone who worked there who was like, I've been here for 20 years. And like, I've never seen that before in my life. And so she was just like,
did they have a Southern accent?
No, I don't know why, but that's how I heard it when she told me the story. And so I guess like everyone like goes into a sheer panic. Some of the workers are chasing after the car, trying to flag the woman down. And basically they ended up having to call her a few times before she answered. And then they had to, I guess there was a little bit of a language barrier. So it took a while for her to understand what she had done.
Yeah.
To then like turn the car around and come back. Obviously, it was no harm, no foul, nothing malicious. So mom didn't throw a fit or anything. She was just like, whew, okay,
that
good.
still is so crazy.
But
like
imagine watching someone drive off with your car.
No,
like,
it would be like the most helpless feeling.
I'm like, wait, that's my car. Apparently, the woman got in thinking it was her rental for the day because she was getting, you know how you can like get a rental while your car is being worked on? That's what was happening in her situation. She thought that was her car. But still, like, how did they give her the keys? You're supposed to like match the ticket to the ticket.
Yeah, but a lot of people, a lot of times they'll have the keys like sitting on
the seat,
like the seat or your center console.
wheel,
so I'm assuming like the keys were just there. So she's like, cool.
She's like, cool, thanks, bye.
It's like all these house keys and like a Dachshund keychain. And she's like, okay.
And then the thing is, like, my mom, I already know, like, my dad's this way. So I wouldn't be shocked if, because he knew it was going to the dealership, he like took out the car charger, cleared out everything, because that's how my dad is. And he does that kind of stuff for my mom. So I bet that's what happened, because it probably looked super clean. And so she just got in thinking it was her rental. But yeah, isn't that hilarious?
That's so nuts.
Apparently the dealership was so apologetic. They like gave her a free car wash and a free tank of gas.
And she
was like, perfect.
As they should.
I was just like, Mom, that's a movie. That's so crazy.
That's literally nuts.
Yeah. Oh, I have a recommendation for a show. This is random. Okay. This is so random, but I finally watched The Residents on Netflix. It's so cute and fun. And me, Jackson, and Alicia binged the whole thing this weekend. And it's basically kind of like Clue. It's like you're in a building. It's this person with the candlestick and you're trying to figure out who murdered someone. And it was just so fun and easy to watch, and fun to watch like in a group setting, because we were all like trying to make guesses. And like every night we'd be like, all right, I think it's this person or this person. And we'd watch the episode and then be like, okay, now I think it's this person because of this. And it was just so fun. So if you have like, I don't know, roommates, family, siblings, whatever your living situation is, you should all watch it together, because it was so cute and fun. And I thought they did it really well, and I would totally watch it again.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get the new Mario Party?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Girl, I told you this months ago on this podcast.
Oh, well, I got the new Mario Party and it's so good. It's so fun.
Run it back. But Kate, I wish I literally had the clip, because I literally was like, have you played the new Mario Party yet? It's incredible. And you were like, there's a new Mario Party?
What do you expect, Ash? Information doesn't stick long in this brain unless
it's an update.
It's an update, apparently. Last episode, I was just like...
Update episode, she was like summarizing all of the stories.
Yes. Okay, cool. Well, should we like...
Probably.
Get going?
Probably should.
I need to go to bed, so...
Girl, same.
Girl, shame.
It's 3 p.m.
It literally is 3 p.m. Okay. This is a topic that's a tough one.
Uh-oh.
It's titled Emotional Cheating. Help, help, help. Sad face.
Oh, no.
Sad face.
Okay.
And not an emoji like the asterisk and parentheses. Like she created her own sad face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough.
I feel like obviously like physical cheating is terrible, but I feel like emotional cheating is torture. It's torture in a way of like physical cheating for me is like done. Like you cheat on me, bye. I hope it was worth it because you just lost this. Like bye. Yeah. Emotional cheating, probably still done because I just like know myself and I just don't think I could get past that. But it also lives in that gray space of like still has the like effect of cheating, but there's a lot of like technically
nothing actually happened.
But then everything is a question. Every time they're on their phone, every time they like are at work, new friend group, like
every
you're
time
just
they say thank you to the waitress with a smile on their face, you're like,
yeah, and you're just like, I'm not enough, and something's broken in a relationship for you to do this. Like it's just there's so much that comes with it. Woof. So just reading this title, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. Anyways, let's get into it.
Get into it.
Hi, girlies. My name is. But I would love to stay anonymous on this one. So if you can believe it, Michaela. I love you both so much, and I've always wanted to ask a question, but luckily never needed to until now.
Oh, no. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
But also welcome.
Thank you for writing in. It's a safe space, but also so sorry. To bring some background knowledge, my boyfriend and I have been dating for almost a year. He is 30 and I'm 24. Which makes them seem like they're more mature than I am used to. We met on a dating app and fell in love quickly. We dated a few months and then he asked me to be his girlfriend. I've been cheated on before, so it took me some time.
Oh, God. Oh,
That
God.
detail just like kills me. Yeah. So it took me some time to build trust and to allow myself to fully invest in the relationship.
Yeah.
At the beginning, we talked about boundaries and expectations, including cheating and how we both felt. We both expressed discomfort with things like messaging other girls and hiding it, or obviously physical intimacy with anyone else. I really loved how we brought it up at the beginning and wanted to discuss it. It made me feel really good.
Sorry, he brought it up or they brought it up?
Oh, how he brought it up. Sorry, I said we, but he brought it
Interesting.
up. He brought it up. Yeah.
Interesting.
But isn't that how it is? Like a cheater's worst fear is getting cheated on because they've seen how easy it is. So they're super paranoid about it. I don't know if he's cheated before, but maybe she'll say, I don't know. Now, fast forward to Valentine's Day. We're at my house asleep after a wonderful day together, and I am a way lighter sleeper than him. So when his phone rang, I woke up and checked who it was. It was a boy's name I had never heard before. So I did what any girl would do. I just want to preface, I don't think this is what any girl would do. I think this is a girl who's been cheated on and who has fears.
Yes.
Because I do feel like, there's like a level of being smart and paying attention to signs. And there's also someone who's been hurt. And I think that like, I just want to acknowledge this now because I do think there's a lot of healing that you need. Whatever happens and whatever you choose to do, like even you just saying like, oh, I did what any girl would do. Like this is someone who's been hurt and who has a lot of fear. So I just want to acknowledge that like, I really feel for you because
this is the state
to
you're
me,
in.
this is like a very, like, I feel like I can't imagine myself doing this, but I've also never been cheated on. And like, I have trust issues, but they're like, I think it's just typical, like everybody has trust issues.
Right.
So I really feel for you. And I like want to acknowledge this because I want us to come back to it.
Okay. Noted.
So I did what any girl would do. I opened his phone, typed up the number on my phone and called it. Of course, a girl answered hello and I hung up. I woke him up immediately and he was honest. He told me who it was and that it was his crazy ex and that he changed her name because she calls sometimes and he didn't want to worry me.
Oh.
He came up with the idea to change his phone number and did it the next week. So I thought this was a one-time thing and we would move forward. That's wild to change your phone number. Like,
yeah, that's a lot of work.
I'm not changing my phone number for anyone
That's
because
a lot of work.
First of all, I'll never memorize another phone number in my life.
I mean, yeah, I've got mine and that's all I got.
Since high school. It's the only number I've ever had.
Yeah.
Fast forward to last night. Yes, last night. I am clearly unwell and need your help. He called me from work. And she puts in parentheses, his job requires him to be at work a few days for a shift.
Okay.
And he broke down. He out of nowhere told me that there's been 4 occasions where he has emotionally cheated on me.
Wait, with the girl?
Boy name? Boy name?
That's what I'm calling her.
He explained each one in depth and said he's been praying for God to help him work through this. He was very open and answered every question I asked. To briefly summarize the occasions, at the very beginning of our relationship, he sent her a shirtless picture. Halfway through our relationship, he blacked out and texted her about being together again one day. And after getting a new phone, he realized his old phone still worked at times and called her when she was depressed, as well as let her send him a video from when they were together. All in all, beyond disappointing and damaging to our trust. Now, I'm writing you because I'm at a loss for what to do. He brought up the idea of therapy, couples therapy, him not drinking anymore, and even the idea of getting help from church. He said he wants to do better and wants to marry me one day. I'm just so confused because in my opinion, if you want to marry someone, you would never intentionally hurt them by doing this. I don't know who in my life to tell or what to do. I feel very alone and I don't know how I want to move forward. Is this something people move on from? Why did he come clean randomly out of nowhere? Is this meant to be a wake-up call for me to leave? Please help. She puts LOL. Me trying to like to calm everything down, just add an LOL.
Yeah.
I've attached a picture for both of you to see me and to see us. I appreciate your time and I hope you can give some advice.
Oh,
I know this literally makes me want to. That's her.
she's gorgeous.
Stunning.
Just,
I know.
it's like,
I know.
this is the thing. It's like people are constantly saying girls are crazy. Don't go snooping, blah, blah, blah. But there's just 99% of the time they're right.
Yeah.
I can't get my head around the fact that he called her blacked out and was talking about a future with her. I cannot get my head around that. I think a lot of things come out when you're drunk. Yes, some of them aren't true. I think a lot of them are like parts of truths, and that would scare me.
Well, if he was blacked out, how does he know that's what he said? Unless he's had multiple conversations and she was like, oh, you said this.
Then he clearly wasn't blacked out. He was just super drunk.
Yeah.
Which is even scarier.
I'm very curious about this relationship because maybe it's a girl that just like did a number on him and he just like can't seem to move on.
No.
Doesn't make it right, but it would make more sense to me why he keeps falling in this trap of her, because the way I would never call my ex.
I mean,
for nothing.
It's like clearly whatever they had wasn't settled.
No.
Wasn't settled. So that makes me question the timing of your guys' relationships in comparison to his relationship with his ex. Like when he broke up with her, did he immediately get into a relationship with you? Because that makes sense. And if that's the case, then I would recommend probably ending things with him, because he clearly still has feelings for his ex or has unresolved issues with his ex, which either way he should deal without you being there.
I have a really hard time with he realized his old phone works sometimes. What does that mean?
Here's the other thing. He wouldn't be hiding it if he knew it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Right? Like if someone's an alcoholic and they're trying to hide it, they're not leaving their vodka on the kitchen table. It's like hidden in a cabinet because they know it's bad. Like they know what they're doing is wrong.
Let's not forget the big, massive gesture of like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you feel betrayed. It's my crazy ex calling. So I'm going to literally change my number so she can't have access to me.
But it's fine because I have my old phone.
But then you still call her on it. Like to me, that seems very... I don't know. I don't know why he called you randomly. I don't know if he felt guilty or if the ex threatened to tell you. I don't know if that really is the whole truth or if that's just like him telling you enough so he doesn't have to like dive into it. I think that there is obviously a massive sign that there's too close of a connection. Even like the shirtless selfie. Why would he send that while like, I mean, I get it was the beginning of you guys dating, but that's what I'm saying. Like there's just not, it doesn't seem like that is over. And for me, I would have a really hard time moving past that when it's like, okay, there already was like a weird thing. I already have trust issues. We went past this weird thing and then find out like that was just the top of the iceberg.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I decided I'd break up with him. And I'm going to tell you why. It wasn't just one instance. There were multiple. And two, each and every one of them were very intentional. Very intentional. He sent this shirtless selfie. He kept his old phone number or old phone.
Also, he called her when she was depressed. How did you know?
She's depressed? All of these things. Sorry, I'm like hitting the mic because I'm fuming. All of these things were very intentional things that he did. And also he went way out of his way to hide it from you, which means it's way more than just a one-time thing. If there's multiple of them and he's the one starting and initiating them. So in my head, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, everything he says from here on out, wanting to go to therapy, trying to like say that God's going to help him. I hope he gets God's help, but I don't think you should be around anymore because I think he's made it very clear that he doesn't respect you. And I think the audacity that he had to like do all of these things multiple times is enough for me. One time, forgivable. Maybe, you know, depending on the situation.
One and then him reacting as intense as he did, like maybe, yeah. But
all of the other ones,
I do agree. And like, maybe you're not at a place where you're like wanting to like fully break up with him. I do think like at the bare minimum, you guys should take some time apart. Separate. For one, him to fully figure out, like get himself together and figure out if he can let go of this person to the point where he never speaks, texts, calls, sees her again. But also for you to sit back and be like, is this something I'm willing to look past? / realize that it's triggering and bringing up a lot of past trauma for you.
And
is
rightfully
that worth
so.
it?
Yeah.
Or do we need to like move on? And like maybe he gets the closure he needs. Maybe you guys reignite. I don't know. But I just feel like for you, the fact that you did that, because again, that's not a normal girl thing. I would never look at a guy's phone and be like, oh, Bob's calling you. I've never heard of a Bob. I'm going to call the number and see who really answers.
It's like because Sarah's calling you or Kristen's calling you. It's not because Bob's calling. That's not where.
No. And there would be so much that would lead up to like, he's taking his phone everywhere from me. He freaked out when I picked up his phone. Like I've been hearing him talk in the hallway to someone in a whispered tone. And when I go in, he's like, oh, it was my aunt. Like there would be so much that would lead up to me actually making a move as big as that. And so I just feel like you have a lot of damage from being with someone who you couldn't trust. And it's very clear that at this period of time, he's not at a place where he can be trustworthy. Yeah. So I feel like whether you take a very intentional break or you just fully end things, I think you need some space and time to heal. And I just feel like he didn't technically get caught. He told you what happened, but I think it's very easy to offer up, I'll do therapy, I'll do this. Like we know he did that before. He changed his whole freaking number.
And like he did get caught. I don't think he would have said anything if you hadn't called her, which maybe brought all of this to her attention. Yeah. You know? And like maybe she didn't realize what he was actually doing. And maybe she, who knows? It doesn't matter. I think what you need to think about is, and you know what? I will say, I firmly believe that people can change. Definitely. But I think one, it takes a significant amount of time for people to change. And two, I think it takes significant amount of time, like double that, for the person who was victimized in that situation to gain trust in them again, is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm saying is, do you have the 2+ years in you to wait and see if he's a good enough guy to continue a future with? Well, or, you know, like that's a long time.
It's a long time. And like, I think what you're touching on is the fact that like a healthy relationship is one where you are a trusting partner and you trust your partner. So like really take a second and honestly, like close your eyes, honestly try to picture what a relationship would look like with him. Are you going to like flinch every time he gets a phone call? Is he gonna have to like give you his phone at the end of the week and like you check it? Are you going to freak out every time you like hear the name of his ex? Like I think there comes a point where it's like, yeah, I love this person and I want to be with them, but also you have to think about like, what does that future actually look like? What are you fighting for?
Yeah.
I feel like the only way you can move forward is if you took the time to heal and be like, you know what, this is a fresh start and we're moving forward. And you decided to like go in and trust him. And like, I don't know if you could do that with someone who's like done these like weird, sketchy things.
And you've had your own past with the same sketchy things.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you choose, listen closely, if you choose to stay with this person who has wronged you, you're choosing to forgive them and
move past.
Wipe the slate clean, because that's what they deserve if you're choosing to stay with them and forgive them.
Otherwise, you're
do
in a
that?
like, well, you did this, so I should do that. It becomes like a tit for tat.
Every fight you have will come back to the fact that he cheated on you emotionally with this woman. And I'm talking every fight until you squash this or like have honestly, like deep healing within the both of you. So you either have to take on the task of like, all right, we're both going to go into individual therapy as well as couples counseling. He's deleting her contact. You're going to watch while he does that. He's throwing away his old phone. He's going to get a mentor, and you're going to come up with a list of things that he's going to have to start doing to prove to you that he's trustworthy.
That sounds exhausting.
That sounds exhausting, especially for a boyfriend. And I don't mean to like downplay boyfriend.
No, years are like a decent amount of time, but you're right. Like you're not married. Like if there's a time to get out and start over,
it's now.
It's now, because
there's no kids.
Yeah. And trust issues happen. Like I have trust issues.
Totally.
But
We all
I'm
do.
also in a new relationship where he's not done anything to make me feel like I can't trust him. And he's so patient and calm when I need him to reassure me in areas that are not from him, that are from my ex. So it's like, you obviously have massive trust issues. And I just feel like you deserve to be with someone who understands that and is so willing to like reassure you and build your trust back into like, oh, a relationship. I don't have to like dial numbers I don't recognize or like question friendships. Like
imagine a love where you don't have to think everything someone does is sus.
I'm sorry too. I changed it to a guy name so you wouldn't freak out. That's
again with the intentionality.
such a freaking crap response. The way that like I would never change a number unless I was being sketchy. Like I would block the number.
No, here's the thing.
But
this
he
is
changed
what's
it
crazy.
to a guy.
This is what's crazy. And this is what makes it even scarier. And again, why I still stand firm on you should end things with him. This wasn't a drunken one night stand that was sloppy and he immediately felt guilty and like brought it to you. That still sucks. The person cheated on you. I'm not discounting it, but multiple instances of him intentionally knowing it's wrong and choosing to hide it from you is scary because he still continued to, I don't know, take you on dates, say I love you, sleep next to you, whatever your situation is. He was able to do that while still doing this for a long period of time.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. And it makes the drunken one night stand look a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's a lot for me to say.
Well, in this, past relationship, like my mind just could never get over like what else has happened. Like I just would have a really hard time. And I haven't been cheated on. So
And they
I
were
can't
together
imagine.
at one point.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
It's not
what
some
you're
random
going through.
girl. It's an emotional cheating, but like he has been with this person. I stand strong.
Yeah, and I do
strong.
think like I don't know. I feel like it's really hard to like. You're in your relationship. You know yourself. You know like the relationship you guys have. Like obviously, you should be talking to people in your life and figure out like. I think people can get over wild things.
Yes,
like I've seen
100%.
relationships that are so strong and healthy today that got over a hurdle that. On my best day, I could never even approach. So I'm not like throwing out, maybe you guys can work on this, but I do think as of now, when you're weighing the pro and con of the relationship versus the damage it's causing, a massive change needs to happen. And I think space is needed, whether that's let's take a month of no contact and then revisit.
No contact,
or whether that's, hey, for now, I don't trust you and I need to like do this for me.
And you know what? I've said it before.
Girl.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Take that month space. Do not let yourself talk to him. Do not let him talk to you. Get your girls around you. Tell them everything. Don't hold back. Give them all the details and like brainstorm it out. like vent with them. I would literally pull Taran and Alicia into a room. I'd pour myself a fat glass of wine and I'd be like, I wouldn't want to tell them initially because I'd be so scared of them viewing him in a different way, but I can't process things by myself.
Well, and here's the thing. We would. And it would take a very long time.
Yes.
If you chose to get back with him, I would protest a little bit.
Yeah.
I would definitely give him, he would be afraid of me for a while. Mm-hmm. But if I love you as a friend,
yes.
I'm going to like be there with you
yes.
and eventually get over it. There are some of my friends are with men that at one point I wanted to chop into pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But they've proven themselves. My friends have chosen them and it's not my relationship. I've had to like step back. So if that's why you're not telling your friends what the man did mm-hmm. or the woman did, I'm sorry, but that's an excuse.
Yeah.
Now, there are some friends I would tell over others. I would tell a more mature friend that's going to sit and objectively help me talk through this.
Yes.
Those are not, I'm not going to go to my like friends
yes.
that are like, let's kill him. We write it down.
I said 2 people. I didn't say all of my friends. Yeah.
So, but I do think like there's something so dangerous about, I can't tell any of my friends or family because I don't know how they'll react. Those are probably the things that you need to go to your friends and family for.
You're scared of their reaction because it's probably an appropriate reaction. And I think in this instance, the best thing that helps me the most is even when it's hard, laying everything out there and hearing everyone's thoughts and perspectives on it so that I can then process thoughts and perspectives on it and actually sit down and be honest with myself. Like, can I have a future with someone who did this?
Yeah.
Can I trust this person? Because eventually, like, that's what marriage is. That's putting everything aside and like fully trusting and being a partnership with someone. Can I do that when he's done all these things? I'm going to be honest. I don't personally think I can. And so that's why I'm standing strong on like, I don't think I could be with this person, especially if we're only dating. If we're in a marriage, maybe I would suggest trying to make it work first because you've committed to each other. But you're not in a marriage. I would take off. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's so hard.
But I'm so glad that you wrote in. I'm so glad you felt safe. Hopefully this is like just a taste of what that girl talk will actually feel like.
Yeah.
You know, with your trusted girls.
Why can't people just be with their person and just like
be content?
Not look at other girls and talk to other girls. Like, why is it so hard? I hate it. Like, I hate the fact that almost every person I know has like been touched by cheating. Like it's just such an ugly thing. And like, I know we all like, who knows what you can fall victim to, but that's why I stand firm on my crazy boundaries because it always starts so innocent and small and then ends up somewhere crazy. Like it always does.
Well, you're going to be very upset.
Oh, crap. Is this another cheating one? See, this is where I'm like, this podcast is not good for me because now I'm going to go be so annoying to my man about like, who are you talking to?
Yeah. Jackson's going to take 0.5 seconds too long to hand me his phone and I'm going to be like,
just say you want to break up.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into my story, the continuation of a cheating topic. Oh. We did not plan this, so.
We never do.
Apparently,
but maybe,
we need to talk about this.
Maybe both of these stories needed each other.
Yes.
Because maybe they need to hear someone else in a similar situation and be like, oh, wait, why am I taking so long to figure this out?
Exactly. So Anonymous, who just wrote in, let's pay attention to how we feel listening to this person's story. And what would we tell them? And then vice versa. This one is titled, How to Confront a Cheating Boyfriend.
Ugh.
Hi, Ashley
With
and
a
Taran.
knife.
A knife. I love you guys. Please keep me anonymous. Okay, this might be long, but bear with me here. It's not. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's a shorty. Me and my boyfriend are 27 and 28. We got together during COVID, so we've been together for 4 years, 5 years in August. Here is some more background. 2020 to 2021, we were together, and then he moved and we did long distance from 2021 to 2023. Now we are back together and we are in person. So, cheating, ... I had a bad feeling for 6 months or more. I saw he was getting lots of texts from one person, a girl. He has many different girls that are friends of his, so I brushed it off as just another friend. He didn't tell me much about this one, though. Other girls that are friends of his, he told me everything about. I'd know about their life. I'd know about how they met. This girl, I didn't know anything about. I thought that was kind of weird. Another thing I thought of being as kind of weird was he wouldn't let me use or see his phone even for simple things like a calculator or to look something up when I didn't have my phone around.
Mm-hmm.
One day in November, I decided to look at my iPad to play a game. I had forgotten I let him use when his phone wasn't working, and I saw on my iPad that he had logged in to his, can you guess?
Is it freaking Snapchat?
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm out. I'm done.
It's
Always Snapchat.
Don't listen. If you're in a committed relationship, both parties just delete the app. I feel like it's not good. I feel like it's not good. That's when I saw everything between the girl that he was texting, saved pictures and texts. We're usually together, so I really didn't think there was any actual cheating happening. But it turns out it wasn't happening in person, just texts and pictures.
That's one thing like I hate so much about social media and smartphones and all that stuff is it makes this stuff so easy.
Yeah. It's
like it makes it so convenient. Easy to just like message someone. The amount of guys like we've had like 2 exchanges on like I slid into his DMs or we connected on a dating app and like 2 exchanges and then I get like an unsolicited pic. Like it's so easy to just go from 0 to 100 like all in the touch of your phone.
Oh, it's wild.
Sitting across from like your family. Yeah. Like wild.
Yeah. She can tell that nothing physical has happened. It's just conversations, photos, and texts. So instead of bringing it up to him, she decides to keep it to herself. A month or so ago now, I looked at his phone while he was gone, and he had while he was gone and forgotten his phone at home. I decided to look up the text messages between him and her. And while I'm reading through it, I see a lot of FWB, friends with benefit conversation stuff. Like, what when did this happen and how did this happen?
I don't know how you can like not confront the way I could not hold that and just like be normal knowing like he was talking to a girl like that.
I know. In the moment, I couldn't tell anyone because I knew he was coming back. Point being, I found out that yes, he has now physically cheated on me. And today I found out more details of others.
I'm allergic.
I don't know how to tell him that I know. I love him a lot and I want to spend my life with him, but this information has been a lot. He's never been a fan of me looking on his phone. So how would I say I know? Because he would ask how. But I need to talk to him about it because it's eating me alive. Please help. Thank you. Anonymous. I don't care if you have to tell that you snooped through your phone. You have every right to snoop through his phone. He's cheated on you multiple times. I have noticed, and Taran is going to back me up on this, we've gotten so many stories of people being embarrassed to say that they searched their boyfriend's phone. And I get that initially. I understand that is a violation. But once you've found something, it really just erases the whole, like, I was snooping through your phone. Who cares? You cheated on me. It's so beside the point. It's so beside the point. You have to confront him. And if you can't for whatever reason, separate, leave a note. You don't want to hear from him for a bit until you are finally able to articulate how you're feeling. And I get that. That's probably something I would do. If, God forbid, he literally would never. But if I was in that situation, I don't think I could say it in the moment either. I'd be so angry. I'd be so hurt. I'd probably just be crying. I would literally go to my sister's house and leave a note saying not to bother me. Or I'd go to Taran's saying not to bother me. Or I'd go out to a hotel and not tell him the room number so he can't bother them until I physically could get to a place where I could articulate how I feel. And that's okay if you have to do that. but it's not okay. It's not okay. And it's totally, you snooping is not the issue.
Well, it is like, it's the whole like, you broke my privacy, but it's like,
You broke us.
I do get like, I don't know. I definitely in my future relationships, like I've always, or in relationships in general, I've always said like, I want the type of relationship where I'm not flinching if someone's on my phone and vice versa. I do think that, I don't know. I'm just very interested because
We need receipts.
you said, I don't know what to do because I want to marry this man. I'm not trying to judge you, but like I'm speaking from my personal self. That's a wild statement, knowing what you now know.
That he's a piece of trash.
And you're scared to confront him to get in trouble because he's been hooking up with another person and messaging her and like orchestrating.
You're scared
Hooking
because
up
he's
behind your
going to be
back.
disappointed in you for looking on his phone.
I just think
Who
like,
cares? He's trash.
yeah,
And he
I think
cheated
there's
on you.
a lot of reflection. I think that needs to happen. And it's so hard because like, it makes me so sad that that's the way you're responding. And I think it points to a lot. And so if I were you, I think you really need to like figure out what it is that you're wanting, because I think sometimes we can want a man so much that we accept behavior that is not right. And I think that, I don't know, I think you need to really step back, because that's the most alarming part out of all of this. It's just how
100%.
easily it's like you're asking basically like, how do I tell him I looked on his phone? Like you feel bad. when
Because
it's
you're
like,
thinking future.
yeah,
Because
it's-
you're thinking marriage and having to tell him that you snooped. When you shouldn't be thinking future at all. You should be thinking here and now. And he wronged you. He wronged you. He broke your trust. And it turns out multiple times.
Well, I think like too, you know, you've had all this time where you've like not told him that you know. Like really watch, like he's probably taking you out on dates. He's probably like telling you he loves you. He's probably like laying in bed, like you're paying attention to like when he's like going off on his phone. Like really, really think about the type of human that can be sitting next to the person he loves while texting and arranging the next time he's going to go hook up with someone else. Like I really feel like you're
Diabolical.
not seeing
Psychopath.
and understanding that a very terrible thing is being done, and like he's not considering you at all. In fact, right now he thinks he's like a
Getting
king,
away with it.
just like able to juggle multiple women. They don't know about each other or like whatever. And I just feel like I don't even know how to give you advice on how to confront him, because I'm so concerned with the fact that like all the verbiage is very much around, well, I saw this, but I just let it go because they weren't actually hooking up in person. Well, then you find out they're actually hooking up in person, and it's like, well, I do want to confront it, but I want to marry him, and I don't know how to tell him this without, because he doesn't like when I look at his phone.
Oh my God.
I just like, I'm really concerned for you, babes.
I think with people like this that are truly terrifying, they can hold your hand while they're like screwing other women. We need receipts. I think sometimes I need to see that physically. So like I would get screenshots of the entire conversation. I would save them on my phone. Maybe one day when I finally gain the trust or the courage or whatever to tell a friend, then they can help me get away. It all depends on how you want to handle this. I know girls who have printed those screenshots and pasted them everywhere, like all over the walls, all over the windows. Like you can literally do whatever you want with this. And I agree with Taran. I think there is a huge amount of self-love that you need to start working on.
Self-worth. Like,
You need to start working on that, because the fact that you're putting up with this and still talking about marrying this man is heartbreaking, because you deserve so much more. And what's crazy is there's just this common denominator of women feeling embarrassed for snooping on phones.
yeah.
And it's always the women that are like found stuff. that are embarrassed to bring it up, don't be embarrassed. Like,
I just feel like if I had that conversation, I would be like,
I'm angry.
I would start with, hey, I'm acknowledging right now that I went through your phone. I'm going to tell you what I found. And then I want to be so freaking clear. If anything comes out of your mouth that's like pointing the blame on me and that I'm a terrible person because I saw this, and not going straight to explaining to me why I just saw what I saw, this conversation's over and you'll never hear from me again.
Yeah.
This is what I saw. Like, what do you have to say for yourself? And then it would just be like, I don't even know at that point. Like, I feel like for me, like, I'd walk in and be like, I saw everything. I'm done. I'm out. Like,
I wouldn't even let him talk.
No.
You know what I would do actually? And this is,
but see, Ash, this is what I'm saying though. None of this matters.
no, it doesn't.
None of what
It
we're
literally
saying matters
doesn't.
is because she's not at a place where she's seeing that he should be kissing the ground she walks on to even get a second to try to explain himself to work something out. But all like, that's why I'm so like flabbergasted, because I don't know how to tell you how to move forward, because you're not even acknowledging that like you deserve so much better.
I would literally wait for him to come home. I'd be sitting on the couch. I'd look him in the eye and ask him if he's cheating on me. Point blank. Yes or no question. Watch him lie to your face, and that will make you want to leave him, because I guarantee you he's going to lie to your face. And that hopefully will put a little fire in you to grab your and leave, because he has wronged you so many times. He's hiding it from you. He's being intentional about it. And now I'm going to go ahead and talk to both writers of today. You guys need to realize your worth.
And not that like people can't get over cheating, but like you get over it because it's all put out on the table. That person like does the work to prove it. And like, that's the thing that I feel like is missing, is like the even acknowledgement that like, I don't know. It's you being scared because of the phone and not even talking about the cheating is wild. Yeah. I feel so like sad right now, just because like, I don't know, like when you watch a friend, which you guys are our friends, when you watch them just accept like the worst behavior because like they don't think of themselves as highly as they should, it's just so sad to me. And so I think for both of you, I don't know, I just really feel like you need space and time, and you need to surround yourself with people who are going to remind you who the frick you are, because you've forgotten. Like you've forgotten that like at the end of the day, we all should be going into relationships being like, we are the prize. Like you're lucky that I chose you.
Yeah.
And both partners should feel that way.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's a lack of knowing what you want and deserve, and acting in a way that's like, no, I'm going to get the right treatment. Like I'm not going to put up with this because this is below me.
Yeah. Again, like Taran said, people can come back from this. You can forgive, but you also don't have to.
Yeah.
And it's okay to say, listen, I can't do this. That's too much for me. That's out of my comfort zone. For anonymous number one, I've been here before. I don't want to be here again. I'm taking off. Like, good luck. See you never. And with anonymous number two.
No, I know it's so hard. It's so hard because it's like, it's so hard to watch someone go through that and knowing like,
just you deserve better.
Yeah.
You really do. And I hope that you guys leave. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I know you have the right to decide whatever you want to do, but I hope you both leave. And I hope you take like the summer and just pour into yourself this summer. I hope you get your girls around you. I hope you do some self-reflecting and like find your worth and find your passions and like go on a girls trip and maybe meet someone new, maybe not. But like I hope this is like the best summer of your lives because you finally dropped this giant burden that has been holding you back the last year or more. I'm going to end it at that. I'm tired.
No, I am. I just feel like defeated.
So
like
heavy.
I just want to like, I want to like one part of me, the main part of me just wants to like hug and like pour into you. And then the other part of me wants to like destroy their cars or something. Like, but yeah, I really feel like we need to put a big mirror in front of ourselves and see like, okay, how do I feel about myself and how can I build that up?
Yeah.
Because it's wild. Like when your self-worth is high, you do not accept anything below what you feel like you deserve.
No.
Versus times where like I look at myself like at the end of my relationship and the things I put up with and I'm like, jokes. Like even like when I tell people, I'm almost embarrassed because I'm like, people who know me are like, what? Like you were okay with that. And I'm like, yeah, when you're damaged and you feel your identity in someone else, it's hard to like speak up and like want better because you're just like, no, this is it. This is like, I have what I want, right? Like you've convinced yourself that that's it.
Yeah.
So that's my hope for you guys, both of you, because life is too short to spend it being like miserable and mistreated.
Absolutely.
Ugh.
Absolutely. I wish I could just like connect to you guys.
I know. I'm like
little email chat. Support group. Can we lighten it up with a dad joke?
I would love to.
Please. I need an extra funny one.
Okay, we're going to just enter into just extra cheesy because I feel like we need it.
Let's do it.
What do you call a shoe made out of banana?
A shoe made out of banana. A squeaker.
A slipper.
A slipper.
A slipper.
Guys, if you made it to the dad joke, hopefully that lifted your spirits. And if you want your story read on this podcast for some advice, you have to email it to us. What's our email, Taran?
adviceunsolicitedpod@gmail.com. And we have homework for all of you.
Yeah.
Go.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Put on your most pump up, gas you up song. And you go in the mirror and the duration of that song, you gas yourself up like you would a bestie. And I'm talking like, girl, who do you think you are? Why are you letting a man talk to you like that? Look at your hair. Look at your eyes. Look at your face. Like you're a good person. I will totally talk to myself like that. Like, or I'll look in the mirror and if I'm having a bad day, I'll look at myself in the eye and just be like, I'm so sorry, babe. You got this. Like chin up. We're almost to the end of the day. Like you got this.
Self high five.
But you put on that song, you gas yourself up, and then you start tomorrow, right after the song ends, whenever, start taking steps to enter into your power. Like enter into knowing who you are and walking through life confident and loving and graceful, but knowing what you deserve.
It's okay to fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
If you're not quite there yet. It's okay to pretend to be the person you want to be until one day you just pretend you no longer have to pretend and you are the person you want to be. So yeah, let's all do that. I know what my song is.
What is it?
I'm Supergirl.
I was not expecting that ball, so I'm not shocked at all. Meanwhile, mine's like some like hip hop songs, some ratchet.
Oh, so good.
Go get it, girl.
I love that song. Okay.
Anyways, we love you so much.
Bye.